And I look up, and all I see is white and hairy. This man's fully buck naked, except for a tube sock around his junk. Like the Red Hot Chili Peppers did on their one concert performance. Which I didn't know at the time. I didn't know they did that.
Hi, I'm James Kerr. I'm a tattoo artist, musician, and a trauma survivor. Been on this healing journey for a long time now, and it's led me here talking to you. I enjoy talking about heavy stuff like life, death, spirituality, trauma, and ways to cope with trauma. But it's not all serious. I like to joke a lot too. Welcome to the Fire of Truth podcast.
I failed that art class. I got a D-. I didn't want to do crafts. I wanted to do art.
Right.
And that doesn't always mean the same art that everyone else is doing. You still got to learn some art because it can be translated.
Right.
So I'm trying to take everything from tattooing and translate it into other arts. But I was like, this isn't the art that I want to do. This isn't what I want to be doing right now. I want to be trying to get these values right, this contrast down, the whole positioning of it. I need to learn that stuff. And these people aren't teaching me that. So if you're not teaching me what I want to know, why the hell am I going to pay attention?
Right.
You're going to sit some beads in front of me and tell me to make a bracelet? I'm a sophomore in high school. Yeah. I don't know, this isn't summer camp.
Right.
I'm not going to get, 4 festive points onto the totem pole if I'm doing this bracelet. It was just, I didn't feel like I was getting taught.
Right.
Right.
I feel similarly to my art classes too. Mm-hmm. I looking back on it, I wish I had listened more because they were trying to teach me technique, but I didn't understand it. Luckily, my art teachers, for the most part, would let me kind of put my own spin on it because they knew otherwise I'd be the same as you. I wouldn't do it, because I wouldn't care.
Yeah, I didn't want to be there, but I knew I had to be there to be able to get to the tattoo aspect of it. Because I didn't do good in school, and I was not doing good in school, and I was kind of just hiding that from my parents because I wanted to be at the tattoo shop. How are you going to tell me I got to sit down and do a history report of people that are dead that I do not know I exist? Why should I care they exist when I am trying to sit here and I want to do this permanent thing on someone, this lifelong career path? I want to get to that. So I'd hide my bad grades, and I'd hide the school work I had to do. I'm sure you ask my dad, he'll tell you, it was just in his backpack. Because that was the excuse I told him. Where's your homework? It's in my backpack. And you just didn't turn it in? I just didn't feel like turning it in. Let me see the homework then.
The homework.
Oh, shit.
Oh, dude.
There was never any homework.
No.
I threw it away as soon as I got it. There was never a single thing done. I liked a few classes that helped me express myself, but other than that, I didn't really feel like it was for me. I was trying to learn how to be an artist, but in the same breath, like you said, an apprenticeship teaches you a lot of things that are other than just art. Yeah. And one of the things that it teaches you is how to be a better person. Yeah. You have to be able to put your intellect aside, talk with someone who possibly doesn't have the same articulation skills as you to get their idea across. You have to sit there with them and brainstorm with someone. That involves putting your goddamn ego aside and shutting up. Yeah. And in that young age, I was just a prick. I was a little high school kid, an angsty kid. Same with Michael. When he was going through his apprenticeship, it was very similar. Right. Because we were assholes. We were young kids.
I mean, how old was he when he started his apprenticeship?
He was 16.
Okay.
I want to say around 16, 17.
Yeah.
But I remember him coming in and starting it. But he got similar. He didn't get it for as long. He had a very fast apprenticeship. Right. But that doesn't mean it was easy.
More typical, typical length. As you went through the grinder, bro, for a long time. How long was yours?
Well, I started when I was 13. I'm 29 now.
Yeah. Do the math.
Do the math on that, because I can't. I failed school.
He's Einstein. He failed math.
So, but, like we said, everyone's out there balancing and spinning these plates. Right. Michael was working another job and going to school. Right. And he had to get up, and he still had to do his apprenticeship. Was it easy? Oh, hell no. No. He still had to learn how to be a person How you teaching a bunch of kids how to be adults?
I did the same shit during my apprenticeship. I was 29 years old during my apprenticeship, and I was going to school full time for digital media at College of the Redwoods, and doing a full time apprenticeship, and playing in a band, and married with a child.
Goddamn.
So obviously, the fucking plates that I kept slipping was my wife and my son. And those were the plates that because I didn't have time for everybody, everything. I tried. That's kind of like one of the symptoms of my life is like I try to do too many things, spin too many plates, and I just don't have enough arms.
I do not have enough arms. And you start to realize that some of the plates are like really fine china.
Yeah.
You do not want them to break.
No.
And you realize like, I can let this go. It's not important. It's just a goddamn dollar store plate.
Right.
Let that crash. I don't care about that. But
Yeah, you have to prioritize.
It's all connected. You have to be able to do it all.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you shut down.
Yeah.
It's hard to create art and help people express themselves with that art if you are a shut down,
Right.
You don't got any emotions. You're just sitting there angry.
Right.
I don't know. And that's something I had to let go.
Yeah.
I couldn't be angry at my dad for the apprenticeship that I got as long as it was.
Yeah.
It was really weird having your boss follow you home and then sleep with your mom.
Yeah.
It was very weird.
That's pretty odd.
Yeah.
Nepotism.
Your mom is also your other boss. So you can't say shit.
Yeah. You can't tell your boss.
You try to Mom, man, fucking boss is a
my
prick.
boss sucks.
And she just goes, hey, Ted, why don't you get in here real quick?
Yeah, we're having a stop meeting all of a sudden.
Oh, my God. Yeah, it's a lot. It was a very long apprenticeship, and it's still ongoing. I still feel like I'm an apprentice because I'm learning new stuff. I try to learn new stuff every day.
Same.
But I also want to be a good mentor.
Yeah.
And so I feel
that's part of relearning, right? You feel like
I feel like I've learned a lot more just teaching somebody.
Right. That's what I was.
I feel like I learned how to be a lot nicer of a person and be able to say the exact same thing I would have said as a prick, cut out all the rough edges, smooth it up a little bit, and translate it into a language that they will be able to easier understand. And that is what I think it truly takes to be a
and then have them apply it, right? Exactly. And then see what other language you need to,
There's pride.
She's tattooing.
She's tattooing. Yeah. There's pride.
We'll have her on the show.
Yeah.
We'll have her on
it brings tears to my eyes because I'm also watching her do the things that make artists that people want to come back and get.
Yeah.
You want to be a little funny. You want to have jokes. You want it's like lightweight flirting with your clients.
Yeah.
I want to make them feel good so they come back. Right. That doesn't mean you're faking it. That just means you're complimenting them.
Well, people remember how you made them feel more than what you gave them. Right?
People remember how you made them feel.
Yeah.
Dad.
Shout out to Ted.
Shout out to Ted. Big ups, big ups.
But yeah.
I think it's up to us to break that cycle.
Yeah.
And create an image of a mentor that you would want to learn something from.
Yep.
That doesn't mean you're an angel 24/7.
No, that's
that
impossible.
Just means you are an understanding person who knows what it's like because you have also been there. And that doesn't mean there's a little bit of gatekeeping,
of course,
as it goes through the lengthwise of an apprenticeship. You can't just
because and I think that's the whole point of the whole the filtering process of making sure that the people we bring into the industry are going to be adding to making the industry better than the way we found it. I love that phrase that I learned from Joshua Carlton and his whole, they did a podcast and stuff too back in the day. And leaving the tattoo industry better than we found it is what we are looking for when we even hire an apprentice to begin with. And I think that's important too. And I think that's what the industry was, attempting to do in its own kind of aggressive way back in the day, you know what I mean? Way. Maybe abusive way, gatekeeping because we couldn't even talk about how they have on YouTube now and on all all the social media
how-tos.
There's so many how-tos now out there free for
classes,
everyone. Yeah. So it's crazy. It's not a secret anymore. No. The secret, that shit, gatekeeping, that's fucking done. I
think there's gatekeeping and then there's locking stuff behind a skill wall.
Yeah.
So until you get to this point, I'm not going to teach you this.
I like that.
Because you have to fucking get
Is that gamer term?
That was gamer term.
Ah, my man. I love that. I get it.
Your skill needs to be up to par before I teach you this next move. I'm
Yeah.
not going to teach you to run before you can't even crawl.
Right.
Like, you're just going to fall and eat
Right.
shit, and it's going to make you unmotivated. And that was another thing. You have to make a strong apprentice. And that doesn't mean breaking their spirit or their pride or anything.
Yeah.
That means helping them be able to fucking deal with something when that asshole
When life
client,
breaks their
when
fucking
the life
spirit.
comes down,
Yeah, yeah.
relationships fall into turmoil.
Yeah.
You can't pay rent. Shouts out to my landlord. I'm sorry, I will get that shit. I know it's the 5th. Just give me a little
A
time.
little time. Yeah.
Give me a little time. I'm working
This will
on
be coming out probably end of August.
Hopefully my rent is paid.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ. It's hard. I have to be able to make sure that my apprentice is going to be able to hold strong and hold her head up high when inevitably the problem client comes in.
Yeah,
Or
that's
the
going to
guy.
happen.
It's going to happen.
Yeah.
Not everyone is really cool when they come into the
And
shop.
you're not meant to tattoo
You're
everyone.
not meant to tattoo
Yeah,
everyone. And that's okay.
That's something I had to learn. It took me a long time to learn.
You have to be able to sit there and accept the fact that I'm not the artist for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
And not everyone needs to be your client.
As
You don't
much as
gotta-
my trauma wants me to
as
be.
much as my trauma, like me,
Yeah.
like me, you like me,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
No, you don't need to do that.
Yeah.
I think you need to be able to have a strong person in case that type of client comes in and starts, I hate this. This is horrible. You're like, oh God, starts shit talking. You got to be able to stand up for yourself.
Yeah.
Be strong in that regard.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean you laugh at people when they come in the building asking for, I just want a little infinity symbol turning into birds.
Yeah,
You
right.
do that damn infinity symbol
Right.
turning into birds because
Right.
they can't do it themselves.
Right.
You're just going to...
Especially now in this economy. Like, I'll
Oh,
fucking
yeah. Oh, man. Yeah.
shout out to anyone that wants an infinity symbol
So I
turning
got a
into
special
birds.
going on an infinity symbol.
Yeah.
All month long.
Yeah.
Please hit your boy up infinitely.
Yeah, totally.
Infinitely.
Yeah, fly
We'll do the
on over.
birds.
We have a flock of infinity
Said, I'll
symbol
do a
birds.
feather going into an infinity going into the
Yeah,
birds.
totally.
Don't even mess around.
Your boy's hungry.
Your boy is starving. You have to be able to, at the end of the day, yes, be a good artist, excel, progress, take challenges. But you also have to be a good person that people want to come back to.
Right.
I mean, we heard it just at the shop earlier. Girl went to one of the other shops here locally, got treated horribly. Got pictures of her where she's like uncomfortable with her own body. She's practically naked. They're taking pictures, posting it up on the internet, laughing, joking with her, like teasing her, not just friendly jokes like, oh, you're getting that. Oh, you got the booty out and stuff like that. You got to not be a fucking pirate.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one of the things that I do appreciate that this newer generation, they're not greasy.
Yeah.
They're not, it doesn't make me feel uncomfortable.
Right.
You shouldn't feel uncomfortable. We tattoo guys, but we tattoo a lot of girls.
Yeah.
Especially us. We're in a college town.
Right.
We got a lot of young people who this could be their first tattoo.
Right.
You could do this on someone, and for you, it's 2 hours. A little bit of your time, some ink, some towels, you're done. For them, it's forever.
Right.
They will have it and look at it and remember everything that you said to them. They will know you. You are leaving your mark on someone. I want to make that a good fucking mark on someone. I want them to be like, oh, yeah, he was super funny, made me laugh the whole time, friendly, had a good smile, but killed the art.
Right.
It's hard to find that
It's
balance.
about the experience.
It's about the experience.
Yeah.
This is entirely based on the customers.
Yeah. Right.
If we didn't have the clients, we're just tattooing ourselves.
Yeah, we're no one without the clients. Yeah,
You're
we
just
ain't got shit without
stagnant.
Yeah,
You're not doing anything. You're not progressing. You're not learning.
We ain't got shit. So what did I just say?
We got shit.
We got shit, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, we got shit. But
great.
Yeah.
Hi, this is James. Thank you so much for watching and listening to this podcast. If you're watching on YouTube right now, do me a huge favor and give it a like and subscribe to the channel. If you're listening to whatever platform you listen to podcasts on, you could rate it, you could review it, you could share it with a friend as well. That would help me out a lot. Either way, thank you very much.
Going through that last bit of the apprenticeship is not for the faint of heart.
No.
But it doesn't need to be
Abusive, right?
Abusive, crazy. I'm going to beat you down, bash you down, break you, and remake you. I don't need to do that.
All right.
She's a full-grown woman.
Yeah.
There's nothing I need to teach her other than just how to have good customer service, how to take people's ideas and translate them into the best that you can of your own art skill.
Right.
But at the end of the day, I am like stoked for the fact that she is a good person.
Yeah.
And that she is kind. And if she were to ever, hopefully down the line, have her own apprentice, I hope she would teach the same fucking way I taught her.
Right, right.
Because that's the type of art I want to bring in. I want to bring people who love this, not, I hated the process that it took to get here.
Yeah. I mean, that's a story you hear mostly, though, in the industry, is I hated, like, cause I put out a word out there on the internets, on Instagram and shit, like, hey, I want to hear your tattooers, calling all tattooers, let me hear your trauma stories about the tattoo industry. Most of the stories that I heard were about their apprenticeships or about some, like, crazy owner of some shop that they worked for that they had fucking hard time with.
Stories.
That's mainly the stories that we hear.
That's disheartening. I don't like hearing that. I want to hear good things. I want to hear, oh, my artist was so crazy. I was having a horrible day. They came in, just goofed off, made me feel good.
Yeah.
Not saying you need to coddle people.
No.
But you got to be a good person. I'm trying to be a good role model.
Yeah.
I don't have a kid.
No.
Eventually, I'll have a kid someday, but I want them to think the same way about me.
Yeah.
And they teach their kids. That cycle stuff.
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah, it's time to stop.
It's time to stop.
So let's start a new cycle. Let's start a cycle of abundance,
a cycle of abundance
love
and care and compassion. You got to have all of those if you want to be able to tattoo someone and have them come back to you.
And you got to know how to put your boundaries up, too.
Little old ladies come.
Yeah. Oh, my God. I did.
Oh, James.
Yeah.
Oh, he's such a sweetheart.
I have, like, little old Christian ladies coming in. Yeah, totally tattooing Bible verses on them.
Can you imagine if we were the same as, like, old school traditional shop mentality and had these little old ladies come in? They would run.
Yeah.
They would be gone in a heartbeat. Yeah. There's some cool biker grandmas out there. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah. And there's a time and place for biker grandmas.
We're in a hippie college town.
Right.
There's not that vibe anymore. Could have been a couple of years ago, but it's not really anymore. And I think that just needs to kind of get spread out to a little bit more of these people.
I agree.
It's like that cycle stuff, man. I don't think it needs to continue.
We like bicycles.
I like bicycles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like to ride my bicycle.
Gets my thighs and quads looking toned, ripped.
Well, okay. So you did mention the time where you had your homework in your backpack, right? Or you didn't.
It was never in my backpack.
So I know the title. Spoiler alert, I've known him for a long time. So I know this story. But we're getting, let's see. Yeah, we're getting close to time. So I would love to hear you tell the story of Amish Alex and the chili pepper knuckle.
Oh, Alex Amish and the great chili pepper debacle.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what a knuckle is first.
Yeah.
I guess it's better to show you.
Yeah, show us what a knuckle is.
A knuckle is like the term moose knuckle.
Yeah, like moose knuckle.
Camel toe.
Yeah, camel toe.
It involves I think it's a 90s gesture of just, just pulling your pants up, flexing your crotch, whatever the fuck it is. Yeah. And we just started doing that back and forth to each other. Like it just started off as a prank war.
You and your dad. Okay,
my dad
so you were
me first.
Wait, let me backtrack real quick. So you were being punished, right?
I was in.
So paint the picture. Paint the picture of Amish times.
I was failing school horribly. I was in continuation school, like the worst of the worst with the rejects, and I was failing there. I was just not doing it. Dad had punished me by taking away every single electronic device in my vicinity was gone. I took the light bulb. I didn't even have a light bulb. I didn't even do my homework because I couldn't see. Right. Lighting a candle like fucking Ebenezer Scrooge up in there. So no electronics at all. We've been in the middle of this prank war, but it kind of stopped because I'm getting punished. So there was no jokes leading up to the 2 weeks of me being Amish. 2 months felt like Jesus Christ. When you have no lights, time
how do you know what time? How much time there is?
I couldn't check my clock because it was unplugged.
Right.
And we were in the middle of having that little moose knuckle war where we just kept doing it. He started it and he did it at me. I got offended.
Yeah.
And I retaliated.
Right.
I had some elaborate ones. I slid in doing the moonwalk.
And you had
Moose knuckle.
yeah. So you gave him names, right?
I gave him names. I had the Michael Jackson moonwalk knuckle. I slid in. I had a moose knuckle, mime knuckle. Like, they were really, really good.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there, peak of my punishment.
Yeah.
I am drawing by the hallway light. That was my workaround. I was like, I'm just gonna lean up against here. Yeah, it's just light. It's not mine.
Being resourceful.
Being resourceful.
Yeah.
It's New Year's Eve. And I know my parents are gonna go out because that's their little ritual. They like to go out, have fun, whatever. He walks past me. I'm in the hallway. I don't pay him much mind. And this man, I gotta get out of frame just to show you how it came in.
Yeah.
Sitting in my window looking, or my fucking door frame looking down. And I look up and I'll just put this as the door frame. And I look up and all I see is white and hairy. This man's fully buck naked, except for a tube sock around his junk. Like the Red Hot Chili Peppers did on their one concert performance, which I didn't know at the time. I didn't know they did that. I'm just look up and jiggle. Oh my God. And he just goes, Chili Pepper Knuckle. And I just, what? What? Oh, hell no. I just got pissed. And my dad, he dies laughing.
Yeah.
He just goes into the bathroom and he's passing out in the shower. And I hear him because he's just laughing so fucking hard. And I'm just sitting there. What the hell is wrong with you? You sick? I am your son. I'm like, CPS is going to come here and they're going to ask why I need to be taken away. And I'm going to tell them it was you. It was you and that sock. I said, when do we even own tube socks? Where did you get that from?
He must have went to like Target and bought
He bought it in preparation to scar me for life. And so it came out the blue because there was no jokes. There was no lead up into it. We were in the middle of not really talking with each other. I was in punishment.
Right.
And then he hits me with that. And oh man, it was the most scarring thing I've ever had to see. I was like,
Chili
dude.
Pepper Knuckle, dude. So you guys were fighting a war, and I think he won.
He won.
He won that war. Yeah.
There was nothing I could do.
No.
That was the atomic bomb.
You can't top
knuckles.
that. There's
What are you
no.
gonna do
What are
to
you
top
going to do to top that? You can't.
I don't got a tube sock.
No. And
I just have to go fully naked. That's not a moose knuckle.
No, that's no longer
That's just
anything.
nudity with
Yeah,
extra
just
steps.
now you're just naked, dude.
That's just not fun at all. Oh my God. It just came out the blue. I was not ready for that.
Yeah.
I would have rather just been punished. Just don't talk to me for 2 more
And
weeks.
you were an apprentice
And I was an apprentice.
during that time too, so that was like
Extra hazing.
extra apprenticeship, fucking
man.
hazing. Wow,
man.
that is I love that.
Where'd you get the sock from?
I love it. Yeah, where did you? Maybe we'll ask him.
I want to know where he got the tube sock from.
yeah.
I'm curious. At
Yeah,
this
that's
point.
a good question, man.
He had to explain to me. He's like, okay, so the Red Hot Chili Peppers did this concert. And they wore nothing but socks around their junk. And I said, that doesn't make it okay for them to do it. How the fuck do you think it was cool for you to do it? First time my dad has probably ever heard me cuss ever in my life, but
he let you. He
let me.
I
at that
remember
point,
he
'cause
wouldn't let you. Yeah,
He was fucking pouring the water on his head, leaning over, laughing his ass off, about to pass out because he knew he won. There's nothing I could do. The crown, he forever has the crown.
You had the crown for a minute.
I had it for a little bit.
Yeah, for a minute. Yeah.
When I slid in and did I hit the elevator button and I just bing, went down behind the couch, stood back up with the knuckle.
Elevator knuckle.
I thought I had an elevator knuckle. I thought that was the peak. No. I was so far.
I
was
wonder
at the
how he
base
got
of the
the
mountain.
idea.
I don't know how he got the idea. I want to know how long he thought of the idea before he's like, you know what?
It's time.
It's now. Yeah. The running jump that he took to get into the doorway.
How
And
did that not just fall off?
I don't know. I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
He landed with a thud.
Yeah.
And I just, the light gets blocked out from the hallway and I just look up. I'm like, no. My mom, what did you that? You sick fuck? He said I hate you. I was laughing up at the same time. I was like, dude.
Like, you're scarred for life, but I get the joke. Yeah, very
He
good.
said, you're going to do the same thing to your kids. I said, no, fuck, I'm not. Don't put that on me. No. Hell no.
Now I'm a kinder, gentler mentor.
I'm a kinder person because of these events.
Yeah.
They've changed me.
So good.
God damn.
Well, that's the thing, man. Those little, like, I know we said this last time, but those little, like, traumas. There's kind of like when you're learning to deal with trauma, when you're dealing with that kind of shit, like it's like working out. It really is. Like you do the little damages that make you stronger. But if you do too much damage, then it's gonna tear, and then you're not gonna be able to use that part anymore.
You gotta put that stuff to rest.
Yeah. And so the cool thing about that, there was a balance of, like, you were in Amish mode, but you were also, there was that playfulness that was happening too. So it was kind of like balance at it. Yeah.
I mean, we'd been like 2 weeks and not really talking to each other after that. So
yeah.
I mean, it was very unexpected.
Yeah.
And a great way to
kind of
get
bridge
back
the
on
gap,
friendly
right?
terms again. Because I mean, I think my punishment only lasted for a couple more days, up to a week after that. And like, all right,
yeah, he got the
do
point.
your fucking work.
Yeah.
Still didn't really.
No, I mean, and that's the thing. I remember when my kid was going to high school, and I had certain expectations from him, but I also know that I had expectations for him because of the way that I was socially conditioned to, because I felt like I had to pass these expectations onto him because of social pressures of, like, he needs to go to school, he needs to get enough grades so he can go to college, so what, he can go into debt so he can, like, pay student loans for the rest of his life and still work at the clinic he's working at now without having to go through all that.
So that doesn't sound like fun.
No, so it's like, but we're all raised to raise our kids the same way and to repeat the same patterns that we're taught to repeat, so that way these same patterns keep going on forever. What's the point, right? So it's like we kind of escaped that.
Yep, got to take the physical effort.
And our parents, no matter how traumatized they were and how much they may have inadvertently not trying to pass things on to us, they weren't trying to.
No, they were just doing the best they could with the knowledge that they had.
Absolutely.
And possibly were taught by the people who taught them.
And we're all, and like, I know one of the things I love about your family is, like, we're all trying to do better than we did yesterday in all aspects of our life. And I think that's fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah, I want to be remembered to be a good, kind person. I don't want to be a prick.
No, you're not. Hey, dude.
Oh.
Let's dap that shit, bro. Let's see. Oh, no. One more. Yeah. The microphones better be working.
Wow. Fucking blood starts coming out my ears and nose again. Oh, God.
Thank you for being here, dude.
Yeah, no problem.
I think that was a fucking awesome fucking...
Yeah, no. I really
we got another hour. And I you know what, dude? I'll have you back if you don't mind.
Yeah, no.
Remind people where they can find you.
Alex A. Marks, all lowercase, all one word. I'm in the Instagrams. Alex Marks on Facebook. Or just literally come into the shop. I'm there pretty much every day.
Every fucking day, dude. NorCal Tattoo 707 on Instagram as well. And yeah, thanks again, brother. I love you. Yeah.